Uh, Hello there. Hi, Tink. It's not, it's Tickled. Hi, Tickled Pink. Hi, Rainbow Bright. Look, I just want to say how I was sorry for, being irked or angered way back. I guess it would have been a month ago when I said I need to get my big doll offshoot of myself. And now, last Saturday or last Star Day I did. So I'm sorry about that. You don't have to be sorry. You know, it can be, you're forgiven. You know, it was hard, on everyone. I mean, look, Stormy started out with her squeeze doll offshoot of herself, and she never knew if she was going to get her big doll self, and she got it in a free diff month, you know. So, yeah, I do forgive you for that. You know, and that Rainbow, there's going to be a lot of folks on the interwebs, a lot of folks who have the Mattel one, you know, the first one that was made back in the day, or others that maybe have the Hallmark one. And that really seems to be the one that everyone talks about, you know. You think we'll ever get those offshoots of myself? I don't think so. Unless we get lucky and someone gives it away to a thrift shop somewhere, you know, or something. That's the only way we're ever going to get our hands on any of the Mattel dolls or the Hallmark ones. Because those ones, and believe it or not, Tickled, um, my Hallmark doll was given away to the Vinlander Thrift Middle many years ago. I don't know what year it was, you know. So, yeah, it is what it is, you know. And I do kind of feel, I do feel sorry for those who, may have had them in the past and then lost them and then got thrown away or something like that, you know. Look, I just want to say that once again, what did you see in me that you wanted me to be a cast kid? And I know a lot of folks are going to be awake now and say, you can't call them cast kids anymore. They're not kids anymore. They're not even betweeners. Well, Tickled, Pink, I mean, yeah, I just thought that there was some greatness inside of you. Something that made me say, yeah, she's going to be great overseeing the cast of Pink, even though I don't know, that's why I did it. Even though, you know, I just want to say that it was Ernest who brought, who brought you to me and say, hey, she would be a great cast kid or a cast worker or whatever you want to, whatever they folks want to call them these days. you know, yeah. And I showed up in 9 between 85 Wild when I showed up because I wasn't because with the other first cast kids, like Buddy Blue or Red Butler or Patio Green or Shy Violet or Canary Yellow or Lila Orange, you know, I wasn't with them in the beginning. I wasn't locked up in a hollow somewhere. I wasn't stuck in, I wasn't bonded up in some tree somewhere being, washed over by a two-headed lindworm. I wasn't stuck in some tree in a nest somewhere by some weird bird. And I wasn't put in lockup somewhere in the stronghold with fake fiends being blasted at me, like what happened to all the others. You know, to tell you the truth, I came from Earth like you did, you know. Yeah, Yes, that is true. You did come from Earth like I did, and then you fell in love with Rainbow Land so much that you chose to keep in Rainbow Land. And there's always been this belief. There's no really any truth to it. Hallmark themselves never came out to say if this was true or not about you, but they said that the Dark Alderling was your mother. That's weird that some folks would bring that up. It's like, how could she be my mother when I got pink hair and she's got red hair? You know? So, yeah. But then again, when you start to think of it, I mean, Rini is the daughter of Serena from Sailor Moon, and she's got pink hair and she's got yellow hair, so I don't know. So, once again, I'm thankful that I did get my doll. I guess you call this, yeah, my rag doll from the from the TSL toys. And some folks say you can't get those dolls in the Settle Land. You can't get them in the Settle Land, Tickled Pink? Well, that's what someone said. I don't know if it has something to do. I don't know. I mean, I was always under the belief that I was always believed that, they were getting them all over. But someone told me that they didn't get those ones yet. Well, put it this way, it need be has to do, I don't know, how long ago was that? This year? Well, keep in mind that my dolls didn't start coming out until like last year, 2024, Wildo, but all the shops really didn't start selling them until at least this year. And I mean, your doll, which you could really buy from sundriest websites on the interweb, and didn't come out until, I mean, we didn't get your doll from Walmart until like last week. I don't know. Do you think it's the sales toll that the 4-1 Reichs puts on anything that's been made from a outsider land that hasn't been made in the 4-1 Reichs? I don't know. You know, I tend to keep out of lawmaking as much as I can. Well, anyway, I just want to say it's great to still be doing this after 40 years. Only now, would it be 41 years? I mean, after a long time, Rainbow, it would be 41 years now that we've been doing this. I mean, um, 41 years. I mean, yeah, if you do it, and then you say you have a new drawing show they're making. Whoa! They're making some new drawing show and drawing film, but it would be 41 years now. Yeah, by the time all this shit came out, it was 41 years. But when TSL Toys got the rights, it was 40 years at the time. But now it's 41 years now. Well, I gotta get going. I gotta oversee putting pink in everything, And I gotta go back to the cast stronghold now, because I gotta oversee everything pink being put in the world. And if that just means, pink growth or pink hair, then I guess so be it. Hey, well, I trust you when it comes to putting pink in everything, and God and Jesus entrusted you to oversee everything pink, so you gotta go do it. Well, thank you for forgiving me for what I said earlier, like last month, or was it when I was irked or angered that I wasn't going to get my big doll. Well, like I say, I forgive you.